Hello, I'm Senator Camera Bartolotta from District 46, and welcome to Focus on the 46th, and we have such a great treat for you today. We are at Sarris Candies in Canonsburg in Washington County in my district, and this is an incredible family business, and I am going to introduce you to the third generation chocolatier extraordinaire, and we're going to take a tour of this incredible shop. Athena, so nice for you to join us.
Thank you.
It's so great.
So nice to have you here. I'm so excited to show you around.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you about our business. Tell you about our place here in Canonsburg. I'd like to show you behind the scenes.
We can't wait.
And get a little ice cream at the end in our ice cream parlor.
If we're good. Great.
I think we can make that happen.
Okay, fantastic. We have been walking around in here looking at everything that you have, and this is not just candies and confections, but it is incredible amounts of gifts for every holiday.
Yes.
And this is tis the season, and there's no better way to show holiday joy than to share candy and treats and really special items for gifting. So this is remarkable. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're in front of right now?
This is our chocolate castle. This is made entirely of chocolate. All the decor is made of chocolate. It's decorated for Christmas and just in time for the holidays. We have a moving carousel in the middle, and this is all done by hand by our chocolatiers. So this is a very painstaking process where everything is put on by hand. All the decorations, all of the piping, every single pretzel was put on by our employees just little by little, and we change it for the holidays, we change it for Easter, we change it for Christmas. So if you were to purchase something like this, what do you think something like this would cost?
Oh, I have no idea.
So ballpark, it's about $130,000 worth of chocolate and labor.
Gosh.
Yes. And it's very, very heavy, so it's here and we don't move it. And the weight is about 2,500 pounds.
Really? And how long did it take to decorate this just for this holiday?
This holiday we change out the snowmen and the bears and things like that. That doesn't take long, but the actual building and constructing of the castle took months.
I can't imagine.
And we did consult an architect and an engineer to make sure that it was actually structurally sound, because we want this to be all made of chocolate.
Right.
So this is actually completely edible.
Oh my goodness.
That is remarkable. If you could attempt it, we could. You could actually eat this entire.
Oh my God! It'll take you the rest of your life, but
it might. But it would
you
be
would
fun
die
to
with a
try.
smile on your face.
It'd be fun to try. Yes.
Oh, great. Well, I cannot wait to see much more and really share this jewel with everybody who's watching, because there's so much to see.
There's so much to see, and I'm so happy to take you. So let's go.
Awesome. Let's do it. Okay, Athena, can you tell us where we are right now?
Right now, we are just behind the store. We are in the factory, and this is where all of the chocolate that fills the front of the store is pulled from. So everything you see right here goes to the front of the store. And behind us, we have our fundraising candy bars. So all of the fundraising orders for the bars are filled right here.
So tell us a little bit more about the fundraising aspect that you do here.
We do a lot of fundraising with schools, dancing schools, hockey teams, you name it. If you have an organization that needs to raise funds, we can do that. And our most popular selling item when you want to make fast cash would be our Sarris chocolate bars.
Right.
We also have holiday programs for Christmas and Easter, and it's really a great way for these kids to raise the funds for the activities they need with just one sale.
Right.
And they don't have to do 5 different fundraising
which drives parents crazy.
Which drives parents crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a parent. I know how that goes, and we make it easy. We have a fundraising team. We've been doing this for over 50 years. We make it as easy as possible for you. And when you're buying chocolate at Christmas and Easter, you're selling for fundraising when people are buying anyway. So why shouldn't their money go to you for your cause, for your school, for your son's hockey team, baseball team, or for whatever you need to raise money for?
And everybody loves Sarris chocolate. So
Thank you.
So that's a big plus.
Thank you.
All right, well, so where are we going to go next?
Next, it gets to the good stuff. We're going to take you to the enrobers, which is a technical term. That's where the items that we have, such as pretzels, get covered in chocolate.
Okay.
So in the chocolate world, that's called enrobing. So I'm going to take you to our first floor enrobers.
Let's enrobe.
Let's do it.
We're all geared up now because we're going to do some enrobing, but we ran into someone very special here. And Athena, can you introduce?
Yes, I'm so happy to introduce to you Bobby Varus. He has been our head chocolatier for many years. Bobby, would you like to say how long you've been here?
50 years this year.
50 years, that's 50.
Started out with their grandfather.
He started out with my grandfather, and he does everything that's hand piped or hand done. In other words, he has a bag of chocolate over his shoulder, and he decorates. And he's gotten so good, and he's so fast now that actually no one can keep up with him. We don't even have a machine that can keep up with him. Bobby is still hand decorating everything that you see coming through our store, anything that's piped with chocolate.
The old-fashioned way.
Wow.
The old-fashioned way. It's done by Bobby.
That is really exciting. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
I'm glad we ran into you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby. So this is the shell molding, and you can see in this little window here, this will actually take that mold, the plastic piece, and flip it upside down, and it'll tap out the bars, and then the bars will come through on the line right here, and they're already separated into 2 bars. Once they're separated, they're taken by hand and put in between another separator that takes that into a machine to wrap it in the Sarris candy bar wrapper, and then it goes into the boxes for fundraising. So these are our 1.5 ounce bars. Probably our best selling fast cash fundraising bar. And this is how it's done right here. By hand, a little help from automation, and then they're packed and ready to go in these cases. This is actually what the children will take around, maybe their father will take it to their office, or this is what they'll take to, a baseball practice, or take around the neighborhood, and that's where they'll sell.
And you see
these bars for $1. We see them. We see them everywhere. There's a lot of groups that need to raise funds, and when you need to raise funds quickly, this is the way to go with the dollar bars. And everybody's happy to support a good cause.
Sure. And that's $1 for a bar this size.
It's $1 for a bar this size, and for a quality that we pride ourselves on. So you're getting the quality of Sarris chocolate, and then you're helping your group as well. So it's really a win-win for both sides. I'd like to introduce you to our production manager, Lee McMurray. He's been with Sarris Candies for 36 years. And I'm going to let him take over. He knows our machines frontwards and backwards, and we're making our Sarris Candies fundraising bars right here. So Lee, tell us what's going on.
This is sort of where it begins for the bar. This particular line is called a shell molding line. The chocolate is processed through 2 machines, pumped into the hopper here automatically, then deposited in each mold. Then each mold goes through a cooling process, about half hour, let's say. Take it all the way down the bottom of the line here, where it's demolded, packaged, boxed, shipped out. This right here is called an enrobing line. Today we're running a mini pretzel. Here again, the chocolate is pumped into the machine automatically. Then it's like a waterfall, flows over the pretzel. Also gets the bottom underneath, so the whole pretzel gets encompassed with chocolate.
Oh, so on the front side is the top, let's say, and then it flips over as it goes.
Actually, the chocolate kind of like rolls up on a roller.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it rolls up underneath the pretzel.
Oh, okay.
Then it goes here. We shake it a little bit just to get some of the chocolate off.
And it gets some pretty
And then
decoration.
this is called a stringer decorator, which is a little decoration on it.
A little drizzle.
Yeah, a little drizzle.
And if you can see on this line here, the name Sarris is embossed in this, so it's raised up.
Oh my goodness.
It's raised up backwards on the line, so when you turn your pretzel over, which we can do it at the end, it says Sarris Candy on it.
Little embossed Sarris Candy, little Sarris name right here. So it gets pressed into the chocolate underneath the pretzel.
I know.
That's genius. I didn't know that.
Flip it over, it says Sarris, and we can do that at the end.
See, I just thought it was tiny, tiny little people writing it on the
Well, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do.
We have to let them go.
I know.
The Oompa Loompas.
Yes.
That's exactly.
So this is the cooling tunnel. So Lee, how long are these pretzels in the cooling tunnel?
About 20 minutes
Okay.
for the pretzel to cool properly. And then down at the end down here, I have my girls packaging. Today we're packaging a pail.
I just pulled this pretzel off the line.
Okay.
And this is going to be the best tasting pretzel if you'd like to try one. This is where you want to try them because there's no other scents or smells in this building other than chocolate. When people take a pretzel off of the line, they do say that it is the best Sarris pretzel that they've ever had.
Okay,
So,
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes,
Right on.
thank you.
That's the freshest pretzel
my
that you're
gosh.
ever going to have.
This is a religious experience, I'm just letting you know. That's fantastic.
We make a lot of pretzels, so the pretzels that are going out are fresh as well, but the chance
yeah.
to actually eat a chocolate covered pretzel off
the
of the
smell
Sarris line,
There's nothing but
there's
chocolate smell in
nothing
here.
there's nothing like it.
You're right. You're so right. Thank you. You're welcome.
There's another product that we make on this line right here, the show mold line. It's a peanut butter melt away. And each individual piece has peanut butter melt away written on it.
Oh my, look how beautiful that is.
And you can try one too.
Try one out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Help yourself.
Help yourself.
This is great. And I think our next show is going to be in some sort of fitness kind of.
There's no calories.
This is
There's no calories in
my
this.
gosh. Wow. These are one of my favorites too. Yeah.
This is one of our biggest sellers. Our pretzels and the peanut butter meltaways,
Yeah.
people love. And we made it easy for people to pick out their favorite because we did put the name on it. It's been several years now, but we have changed the mold
Raspberry chocolate.
Oh.
so that you can read on there exactly what you're getting. So when you
my
want that
goodness.
peanut butter, you can read it and it says peanut butter melt away.
Wait,
Doesn't get any
Athena, wait. You've taken the fun out of the whole.
Oh, out of you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, because you open it up and you take a bite.
You just have to
you're
take a
like,
bite out of each
"Not
one.
today."
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yes.
Or you stick your finger in the bottom. I'm giving all the secrets away. I apologize.
I still do that.
Yeah.
I still do that when we're
That's
looking for
brilliant.
something special.
That's a great idea. So where are we right now? We've come upstairs.
We've come we've come upstairs. So this was an addition that we put on in 1997. We needed more space, so we had to build up. What we did was add lines or enrobers, which we saw a little bit of downstairs. But this is actually really where the magic happens. This is our newest machine.
Okay.
This machine is about 4 years old, and it can do 3 times the amount of pretzels as our old enrober.
Wow.
So these pretzels are the ones that are going to go in our 8-ounce box, in our 12-ounce box. We have 1-pound pails that we pack for Christmas. We pack them for Halloween. We pack them for Easter. So these pretzels are in this size are one of our top sellers.
Sure.
We're kind of infamous for our chocolate covered pretzels. So this is where it starts. You can see that they're all lined up by hand. It's going to start going down the line here.
Okay, so in the beginning there's a giant pile of the pretzels,
In the
and they
begin-
kind of shake some of the excess salt off of them, I see.
They do. They
And
shake
then
some of the excess salt off,
Okay.
and if you can tell, only the perfect pretzels
Yep.
are going on this line.
Right.
There's no waste. We do cover the broken ones, but that's going to be on a separate run,
Oh,
and we do
there you go.
use those as well. But only perfect whole pretzels are being run today.
Right.
So it's going to come down this little roving line right
Okay.
here, and this is where the fun stuff is. This is the chocolate waterfall.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is where it's actually being enrobed. And there's a bottom, what's called a bottomer. It's getting a bottom layer of chocolate as well. The chocolate's just kind of recycled through. So not only does it get 1 coat of chocolate, this is the first coat that you can see.
Okay.
It gets 2 coats of chocolate.
Oh,
so that's the
wow.
chocolate waterfall.
Okay.
So hopefully you can see that.
And how many pretzels an hour or whatever typically?
There's thousands of pretzels an hour we can do on this. Like it's 3 times the amount of our old line,
That's
which we
amazing.
needed just for sheer production.
So here's some of the milk chocolate that's being.
This is the milk chocolate that it's tempered.
Right.
And this is being recycled up through the machine. So there's no waste. So anything that falls on the pretzel
Yep.
and falls through the grates is then recycled back up. It's tempered properly back up through. So there's literally no waste here at all. This is the second layer of chocolate they're getting. So
Okay.
they get 2 coats of chocolate. The first layer that you saw up there. This is the second layer here. And then the pretzel is on a chocolate grate, so it kind of just lets some of the chocolate fall through so that the pretzels make weight. And then this is also the fun part here. This is the stringer. It's the long stringer. This is the decorator. This is how those pretzels get those fancy designs on them, back and forth, back and forth. So once the pretzel gets a design on that pretzel, it comes to a second line here, and then this is the cooling tunnel. So they'll be in this cooling tunnel for several minutes, maybe like 20 minutes or so. You can see it's moving pretty slow.
Right.
The pretzels have to cool properly. So we'll walk down to the end of the line, and then we'll see what they do with the pretzels at the end.
Fantastic. And these pretzels, like you said, they hold really well. because they can take a little bit more.
This size pretzel does ship. It ships well.
Right.
The minis actually ship a little bit better. They can take a little more of a beating, but we do package them in the way that to minimize breakage. We can't guarantee that a pretzel won't be broken, but we take care of our customers. We back our products 100%.
I'll tell you what, my family is addicted to these chocolate covered pretzels, and I've never pulled one out of the box that was broken. So
thank you. Right.
That's a good record with my family.
They still
anyway.
taste good when they're broken
They
too.
do.
They still taste
That's
good.
right. More pieces to
So
share.
let's go to the end. So what they're packing right now is our 8-ounce boxes. So
Okay.
it's coming directly off of the line.
Yep.
They're packing them in the plastic containers to, of course, minimize breakage, making sure that their weight is correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then each pretzel gets put on the scale. Once it's put on the scale, a lid is put on the pretzels, and then they're put in our 8-ounce boxes. The boxes are sealed, safety sealed, date stamped, packed, and ready to go. These go to our front of our store, which is our retail store in Canonsburg, but then it also goes to our other retail locations.
Oh, you see them everywhere. Supermarkets, little specialty shops, everything.
Pharmacies, specialty shops, card stores.
Right.
So this is where it all happens. It all happens here in our Canonsburg location. But this is something really special. Our caramels are made in huge slabs on marble tables. Once they are cooled properly, they're cut into squares here. You're going to get to see how we cut them into the bite-sized squares that we then cover in chocolate. So it makes one pass through the cutter, and those are wire cutters. Go ahead, keep doing it. And then she's gonna turn it clockwise and then make a second cut. So then you get perfect squares of caramel.
There we go.
Since she's lining them up to make sure that they're perfect, to minimize any waste.
Sure.
She'll push that through, and then you have your caramel squares.
There we go.
The caramel squares are then, if you just right behind you, if you just turn right around, the caramel squares are then placed by hand on the line.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to separate them a little bit. Caramels are sticky.
They're sticky and they're delicious that way.
They're sticky and they are delicious that way. And this is one of my favorite ways to eat caramels.
Oh, great.
Is fresh out of the kitchen, fresh off the table.
Still a
of
little
course, I
warm.
love them with chocolate on them, but I love the caramels just plain. So she's pulling them apart there, putting them in a line, and this is where they get their bottom.
Okay.
So this is a bottomer. So this is a coat of chocolate that they're getting before
okay,
they're
there
in
we
robe.
go.
So it actually gets 2 bottoms.
Well, now
on
this is something
piece.
that we were watching the Pretzels do, but we couldn't really see exactly
This
what
is
was
a much
happening.
better visual as
Right.
far as you can see the wheel rotating.
Yep.
And this is how that bottom gets on the chocolate.
There
So
we
once
go.
these chocolates, the caramels, once these caramels are on this line, they have a bottom.
Yep.
They have a bottom, so they're going to get their top. So
Right.
there's another chocolate waterfall, another enrober.
Okay.
But there's something special that we're going to be doing with these caramels once they're enrobed. So here's the enrober.
Yep.
There's the chocolate waterfall. Again, 2 coats. So they're
Yes.
getting 2 coats of chocolate here. Once they have the second coat of chocolate on, you can see that there's no stringer here.
Right.
These are salted caramels.
Hand
So the salt
salted.
is put on by hand. These happen to be our vanilla caramels with the pink Himalayan sea salt on them.
Wow. So tell me, this is something relatively kind of new. It's a little trendy, the salted caramel.
It
How
is.
long have you been doing it? I think it's just been a few.
It's been a few years that we've
Yeah.
started doing this. Of course, we did a lot of taste testing and experimenting in the beginning, which was,
Right.
someone had to do it. So
That's a dirty job.
it's a dirty job. But we got different salts. We wanted to see what
Right.
the taste profile would be.
Exactly. You can't just throw any kind of salt.
No,
on-
there's a
on
specific
candy.
salt that we use for this, and there's also a different salt that we use for the dark chocolate.
Right. Okay.
So the dark chocolate caramels.
Yes.
So this is all put on by hand and then put into the cooling tunnel.
So I want everybody to understand, just because you see a lot of automation and a lot of machines and things like that, we're only in the middle stage here, just towards the end of the salted caramel. There are 3 individuals who are doing hand work with this piece of candy. So understand there's a lot of by hand.
There's a
work
lot of by
going in.
hand. We certainly have automation, but the automation is to help our employees,
Right.
not replace our employees.
There we go.
So this
Exactly.
automation, as far as enrobing, that all used to be done by hand, and then you can't keep up with that kind of production. But batches like these, the caramels, are cut by hand. They're put on the line by hand. The salt is added by hand. They're taken off the line by hand. They're boxed by hand.
Right.
So there are a lot of people, humans, wonderful employees involved in making each piece of chocolate.
Right. How many employees do you have here?
We have about 300 to 350 when we're at peak season.
Wow. That's remarkable.
So these caramels are going to go into the cooling tunnel once the salt has been added, and it will allow them to cool properly, where they'll then be put in boxes.
Okay.
So I'll take you there.
See the rest.
So we're at the end of the line here where the caramels have gone through the cooling tunnel. These are the salted caramels, and they're being put into boxes so that these boxes can then be distributed to the front of our store or to one of our thousands of retail locations that sell our product.
All right. Okay. Now what?
We can go for ice cream.
I guess we were good. We just took that wonderful tour, and before we move on, we were just passing through here, and I have to show you this wall of fame, and I would love for you to explain a little bit of these incredible pictures that you have of the history of the family and some incredible celebrities that your grandfather knew and your family knew.
Yes, this is what we call the Wall of Fame here. My grandfather was a wonderfully charismatic, friendly person, and you can see him here. He was, there was a picture taken with the president at the time. That's President Bush. So that's just one of the many pictures that we have here. This is my grandfather very early with the Rooney family, where we had made one of the trophies.
Super Bowl trophy.
When the Super Bowl trophies.
Chocolate. Wow.
And this was decorated by my grandfather. He also did the decorating as well as Bobby, who you met previously. So this is just kind of like a tribute to people that they've met or come across or have got recognized by for their charitable work and their incredible generosity. So this is something that we like to share with our customers that come in. This is a piece of our family that we want to share with you.
Yes, and the Sarris family has always been incredibly philanthropic. And as a matter of fact, right here in Canonsburg is the Frank Sarris Library as well. So you hear that name throughout all of Washington County, but in Canonsburg, you really are the heart and soul of what makes Canonsburg like a family town.
Thank you. That was very important to my grandfather and to my family as well. When we had the ability to make a difference, my grandfather started in the basement of his home. He was working by day as a forklift driver, and then by night he would make batches of chocolate and actually fail miserably and would bury the batches in the backyard, he and my grandmother, because they didn't even want the garbage man to know that they had made a mistake. So he had, starting from that and then being able to see this business grow, he wanted to give back. And what better way to give back than literacy, than to donate to the local library and make it a place where families can go and make it a place where there's fun nights at the library and family activities. And that's something that was just so important to him to give back to the community that has been so good to him, so good to my family, and so good to our business. We really take great pride in giving back to those people that have supported us through the years and continue to support us.
Right. Well, it's amazing because this is such a wonderful place for families to come. I mean, there's so many things to see. I mean, it really is almost like, Willy Wonka's, chocolate factory. You get to see the animals that you have over here. You have beautiful displays all year round, and you have an incredible ice cream parlor. So let's go take a look at the ice cream parlor, and it's a whole other half of this incredibly enormous place.
And let's go eat some ice cream too.
Yes. So now we are in the ice cream parlor, which when did this part of the business open up?
We opened the ice cream parlor in 1981 because, again, what goes better with chocolate than ice cream?
Right.
So all of our ice cream is made in-house, daily, fresh, on the premises. All of our toppings are made here daily, fresh, on the premises. So when you're coming into our ice cream parlor, you're getting nothing but the freshest ingredients possible that was more likely made on that day.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have some ice cream.
We're going to have some ice cream.
I also, this is a huge space, and I know so many people and groups and organizations and clubs who love to have events here. They invite people to come, especially in the summer. Let's go for an ice cream social. So, I mean, you hear the name of the ice cream parlor, again and again and again. And it's just wonderful that it's attached to the rest of this incredible business.
Yes.
So we're going to have a little bit of ice cream.
We're going to have a little bit of ice cream, absolutely.
I'm excited. All right, let's do it. Oh my gosh.
So you have a banana split right here. This is the banana split.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, and this is one of my personal favorites. I have hard cap on my sundae. So what this is basically it's Sarris chocolate, but in a liquid form.
Okay.
And when you pour it over ice cream, it hardens to make a nice chocolate shell.
Wow.
So you kind of have to break that shell with a spoon to dig in there
So
and get your ice
big
cream.
Shavings of chocolate along with.
Yes, and this is actually one of my favorite. And this is milk hard cap, and I have mint chocolate chip and
One of my
then chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and this is an incredibly glorious banana split.
Banana split.
I see here. This
Yes.
was my late husband's all-time favorite dessert. Was a banana split.
Banana
He
split.
adored it with all the toppings you could possibly fit onto it, which I see you have accomplished in a big way.
We try.
So, there's something really extra special about Sarris chocolate. Can you let us in on a little bit of a family secret?
A little bit of a family secret. Our chocolates are, honestly, they're made with love and the highest quality ingredients. That's something that we will never, ever sacrifice, is the quality of the ingredients that we use. We do, of course, have a special recipe for our chocolate, so that's why it is different than other chocolates on the market. But we are very consistent with what we use, with only using fresh ingredients. As far as who our suppliers are, we're very, very conscious of that. And these chocolates, honestly, are a labor of love. This is a family business. We're here every day. We stand behind our products 100%. So this is something, when you're eating Sarris chocolate, this is something that my family has made for your family.
For generations.
For generations.
Well, I am so incredibly honored to meet you and to be here and to share this. It's such a rich story of tradition and family pride and community pride and giving back, and just something that I hope lasts for a long time. So I'm thrilled that you let us into your home really today.
It is, yes.
And it was just my pleasure. And I certainly encourage all of you, in Pennsylvania, this is worth the trip. Please come on out to District 46 and bring your family and enjoy a rich tradition and have a Sunday. Thanks for joining us on Focus on the 46th. For more information, go to my website and the information will appear at the end of the program. Thanks again.